Day. And yes, that's right. It's race day for the Tier 3 drivers who will be fighting tonight to get the maximum championship points for the weekend here in round 7 of IRC Season 10 Formula 1 2022 as we head back to Italy, this time in Imola, is also known as the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I'm going to give you a brief recap of last week's Tier 3 race, which was again held in Italy itself, the Monza track. It was a sprint race, and we got a lot of action, overtakes, and incidents with just about 13 of the 20 drivers were managed to finish the race, and E-Dog was able to get the most points for that weekend by winning the Grand Prix. And unfortunate for Shubh Kumar, who had led the race until lap 25, and he just lost his internet connection and ended up on P7. So that made the drivers' championship very spicy now. It's a three-way battle between Destroyer Drag, Shubh Kumar, and E-Dog, who just joined the battle alongside. And even for WCC, we have a three-way battle again. It's between the McLaren, who is as of now leading the constructors, and the Aston Martin is not far away, just 2 points different, and Mercedes also not far away. So really excited for today's race. This is ABD28. Alongside me, co-commentating is Sai Tarun, and our streamer for tonight is Deepakraj. Without wasting much time, let's move on to the track guide. The track difference that came in 2020, the track distance of 4.91 kilometer with just one DRS zone, but a very powerful one on the run down or to the Tombrello chicane, and with a total of 19 turns, 10 to the left and 9 towards the right. This track, the turn 2, 3, 4 is the action zone where the overtakes are going to happen, and the drivers are going to be punished for missing their braking point. And the track is because the track width is comparatively less and is covered with gravel on either side. Again, the turn 7, the Tosa, is a place where we can expect the drivers to send it down the inside, which also will be an interesting corner if it's a wet session, which, by the way, is also highly likely. And of course, the final action is probably around the turn 14, 15, also known as the Varinata Alta, which is where the racecraft of these drivers is going to be coming in play. And coming to the strategy, the ideal strategy according to the game is medium to hards, and this of course will be if the session is dry. So we just have to wait and find out. So yeah, please stay tuned and let us know in the comments section which driver you are rooting for tonight. Hello Deepak and Sai, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm feeling great, everybody. How are you doing? How are you, Deepak?
I'm all good. Hope you guys are doing well. I mean,
Yeah.
really looking forward to this race. Actually, we were supposed to watch a proper F1 race in real life, and but unfortunately, the weekend has been cancelled due to extreme weather in the Emilia Romagna region. So, good decision from the FOM side, and also well, thoughts and prayers to the people affected there. But well, anyway, we move on with our scheduled action, and today, as ABD clearly described all of the facts in the previous round and move at championship stands, we are starting the 7th round in a Tier 3 championship, almost halfway point in the championship, and things are looking pretty interesting. And as we are speaking, the lobby is all up, so we will be going in shortly. Let's have a look.
Yeah, thank you for asking. I am doing great. And yeah, the lobby is up with just 10 seconds. I think there's probably the timer for the drivers to choose which kind of setup they want. That is the tire weekend allocation, the balance, medium, soft versus hard. And yeah, the drivers have chosen that, and the quali timer is already up and running with about 17 minutes We have not have the weather forecast for now, but we can see the drivers are on softs. That means it is dry quali for now, and we can definitely see the overcast. The clouds are above us, and it's possible. I would say that it can rain in 15 minutes, but well, it's a game. Anything can happen, and we have the weather forecast here. It is going to be a dry race as well as qualifying there. It's overcast, so the temperature are going to be less as per for a dry race. So drivers can, maybe think of going for comparatively low, higher pressures from what they have practiced. And few of the cars are already out. It's the Nord and Influencer who is currently on P4 of the WDC, and of course this Mercedes of Swagger Turbo, I believe. The drivers are just loading their setups, and I believe Swagger Turbo and Not an Influencer were pretty much ready for this, and they have not wasted much time, and they're already out on track. Surprising to see that Not an Influencer is doing his hot lap, the first hot lap on his medium stint, and it's probably going to be one hot lap, of course, but just to get the gist of the track. And he's probably not trying to take risk, but yeah, the mediums are not the ideal to set the fastest lap, but this is not the final hot lap for him. And a lot of drivers already out. It's about just except for 4 drivers, almost everyone is out there, out on the hot lap with just 2 drivers on the medium stint. And Not an Influencer is going to start the first hot lap of this weekend in round 7 of IRC's F122 league racing. And it's going to be a traffic. We can already see the traffic in sector 3 and sector 2, and as Not Influence makes the turn in 2, 3, 4, and is able to manage. Oh, well, he is not on his hot lap because I can see that his ERS percentage is not draining. So his hot lap is basically just an second out lap, and probably not looking to set the fastest lap, whereas we can see Swagger Turbo already down with 60% of ERS, and of course the sector 1, because he is the second driver, but since he's on the soft there, he's gonna be the fastest driver, and we'll just have to wait and see what time he is able to set for the other drivers to aim for. And unfortunate that he has invalidated his lap, and we can see AQP has spun at the exit of turn 4, and we are on board Ritesh, who has also invalidated his lap. 3 of the drivers have already invalidated the lap, and Shubh Kumar, who is already in sector 2 with second sector as a purple, and is going to face some traffic ahead of him. Not Influencer able to finish his lap, of course the hot lap that he has had without any ERS, of course on the medium stint. Shubh Kumar coming into the final turn, the turn 19, and is able to manage, at least in sector 2 it looked like he was very good and comfortable, and he sets 116 flat in the first lap itself. That is a brilliant time for the first run, and it is probably going to give some tough time for the other drivers to be able to match that time. I'm going to tell you that from the experience that I myself is going to find.
It's not going to be beaten.
That's just not going to be beaten.
16.0 on a banker lap.
I think he can just retire. I'll be happy if I'm wrong, but I don't think the drivers are be able to match that pace. But we'll just have to wait till the final lap. Probably when the track evolves a bit, we should definitely see E-Dog be able to match that for sure. But as of now, the drivers are not able to be anywhere near him. Good as Bacon has managed to set a lap time of 16.9, which is already about 9/10 off him, and Wolf Imperia not far, but 0.5 tenths away. And Not Influencer with the medium tires is able to be between Wolf Imperia and Good is Bacon, so that is definitely a good time. We can definitely look forward for Northern Influencers quali on soft as well. And right now we are on board Aces Scoop, who has been a veteran for our server. He has raced a couple of seasons, and we see the Red Bull giving the way for him. He is on Hotlap. Not had a great season so far, but yeah, well, hopefully he's going to look for the comeback drive probably this week that he can to probably finish in top 5 or something.
I mean, not an influencer on mediums. I mean, 17.2. That's a really good time. I feel like it's on mediums.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to chime in there, so we did some practice runs with Norton Influencer, and there was some traffic for Xbook to navigate through. Hopefully, that didn't put his lap time quite a lot. But anyway, coming back to Norton Influencer, he's definitely the quickest of this bunch, is what I feel like. Oh, what's going on here? He seems to have. Oh, he crossed the line. Okay, it looked a bit odd, seeing
Yeah.
fast slow down like that. But yeah, once again, coming back to Northern Influencer, he seemed to be really, really quick for this particular class. So, really interesting to see what kind of laps he's going to be putting it down on the soft once, like ABD said, once the track evolves, the track gets quicker and you get much quicker lap times towards the end of the session. So, let's see. And I don't think the pole shootout is done yet, if you ask me.
Hopefully, yes, of course. Well, the good thing
Not
is
done
that
until the last second.
yes, definitely. Of course, the good thing is that the weather is dry throughout, so we cannot. We have every second of the qualifying to. The drivers have every second of it to fight for that pole position as of now, and a couple of yellow flags in sector 3. That's just probably drivers creating space between each other. And here we have one of the WDC contender, that is E-Dog, who is starting his first hot lap and hoping to we'll have an idea probably where the WDC drivers are in the tier 3, and he has made the turn 4, the exit of turn 4 just now, and managed to get the apex right. Of course, the missing out the braking point in any of the turns here is going to cost the drivers a lot of time, because this is surrounded by gravel and of course the sausage curbs that just make you lose the traction there.
Let's just hope that he does a really good lap, because Edok, I think the last race, I think he finished P2 or P1.
Yeah,
Not
he
sure
actually
about-
won. Yeah, he won in Monza because Shub Kumar had lost his internet connection.
Ah.
And yeah, just got the lead. And so far, Edox is able to get good times, but we do not see any purple sector. But of course, we cannot rely on the game as well. But so far, it looked like he managed to with time. It's probably around 16.5. The exit of that final turn was just not ideal for him, and he's able to go to 117 flat. Nobody is able to manage. Nobody is close for now, and Edog is slowing down, probably to give the way for the Red Bull driver there, but he almost blocked the pit lane exit there. But yeah, the drivers have to be careful with that, because it's instant disqualification if you are blocking the exit of the pit lane. We are on board Mighty Owl, who is on his hot lap and is on the final turn of his hot lap, and he's going to set a time of 1:18.7. It's just not enough. He puts his car on P16 for now, and he's gonna have to do better.
I feel like Shub Kumar should do, the Sebastian Vettel kind of thingy where he just puts one lap and retires.
Lean
I mean,
Sipper
who
is able
else
to.
has, come close to Shub Kumar? I think only on the banker. Imagine if Shub Kumar, I think he's on a hot lap. I think right now. Is he on a hot lap? Yes, I think he has started his hot lap.
Yeah, he started his hot lap and his ERS is already 80%, and that just shows the straight how much the percentage of ERS is required just for that DRS part of the track. And the drivers have to keep in mind that they need at least 20% throughout that sector, and he is able to set sector purple sector 1 with improving by 0.5 seconds on his full lap already. But I did see that he lost time on the turn 7 there. It's probably gonna slow him down in sector 2. But what a first sector, that already improving by 0.5 seconds there. At least that is what our telemetry shows. And yes, he did lose time there in the turn 7. That's gonna cost him some time on for this lap. This
I hope no
more
traffic
improvement in
comes in
sector
between
2.
this lap.
You see, it's a couple of drivers standing on the track. There's 3 cars on the right side waiting, giving in the way. And as he makes the final turn, the
Really,
sector 3 was
It will be the
good.
first person to get into 15.
I see that he improves by
He's done it.
0.3 seconds. If it was not for the sector 2, I believe he would have crossed. He would have probably touched 15.5 there, and he definitely can for the final run there. That's just outstanding qualifying lap, hot lap from Shubh Kumar there.
I mean, I hope not an influencer at least can come close to Shubh Kumar's lap time. Hopefully, because the battle between those two are fearing up here.
Well, we did see Shubh Kumar not able to make the sector 2 right, but yeah, not an influencer grabbing that opportunity. We saw that he got the purple sector, and he has improved. He has improved sectors because the time that he had set was on mediums, and we'll have to find out where he puts his car. It's P4 and just 0.05 seconds off Lean Sipper. Again, not ideal, but we see Mohan, the Red Bull. That's comparatively great lap time from Mohan. We saw him qualifying in the mid pack in Monza, but it's really great to see him set a good lap with just about 6 minutes in the qualifying. Probably final lap is what the drivers can think about, can prepare for that, and we just have to wait and find out how the qualifying ends.
I mean, I just hope that the other drivers can catch up to what Shubh Kumar's time is. 15.7. I mean, he has set a benchmark to even the tier 2 guys tomorrow.
Simply has crossed the line and he goes P7 on his latest flying lap. Good at it.
Yes, definitely. Just look at the margin there. From P3 to P10, they are just separated by 0.2 tenths, or just by 0.2 tenths. There's a lot of improvement possible with the track evolving in the final few minutes, with the final 5 minutes left in the qualifying session in this Tier 3 Imola Grand Prix. And of course, there is no room for error because they are separated by just 0.2 tenths. And that's 2 tenths. That's basically, you cannot make a mistake in your hot lap, and you have to give your best. Even if you do that, you're just gonna put your car from P3 to P10. You're gonna miss out by that much here. It's that much close tonight.
It's good to see that it's very closely packed, the whole field, except for Shubh Kumar, who is like on another level.
Yeah.
AQJ? I think comes into P3.
Yeah, again, another
he had a
close.
good Grand Prix last weekend also, I think, in Italy. Didn't
He did, but it was a bit arguable because he was involved in some incidents. So we're not gonna talk about who was right. Yes, we're not gonna judge those incidents, but they were something. However, the qualifying that he has done for now is again close within that pack, but he has managed to get the best out of it, and he can aim to quickly get back into the pits, aim for the final hot lap if he can, and improve maybe more. And Ritesh going a bit wide, and he is on his hot lap going a bit wide at the end of the turn 15. They're not a good exit. That's going to cost him some time in the sector 3, but he has improved in both the sectors, that is his sector 1 and 2, and can possibly be in the top 10 as of now if he's able to it. Yes, he is able to get in the fight. Has got the P10, and the drivers are separated by 3 tenths. There's 10 cars, and in the span of 3 tenths, and Lean Zipper is stopped on track. He can probably keep moving well. It's up to the drivers, but yeah, just don't get disqualified for tapping.
He's gonna start. He's gonna start. Everybody, what do you think Shubhkumar's time he can do if he has to do the last quali run?
Well, we saw him the last lap itself. He was able to touch 15.5 if it was not for the turn 7 mistake. So I'm guessing that 0.2 tenths are already there for him. And of course, the track evolving is probably gonna get 2 tenths more for him. So I'm assuming he might get into 15.3, which is just an unbelievable qualifying lap. I would say we'll have to see where he's
He
able
doesn't get any disconnections after doing all the hard work in qualifying.
Well, yeah, we see it in Hotlap.
Looks like Billy Butcher has aborted his lap for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, he did not invalidate his lap, but I think it's just because he lost time. But does he have enough time to go for another run? Does he have enough fuel for another run? What he has to calculate now, he definitely has enough time because the timer is 2 minutes left on the clock, and we see multiple yellow flags, multiple cars are close, probably giving way to each other. We are on board Lean Zipper, who is on his final hot lap, currently on P5, has improved in sector 1, and so far doing great in sector 2, got the apex right, and yes, manages this turns a lot of traffic there in sector 2, loses time on sector. Lean Zipper losing some time on sector 2, not able to improve there, but we'll have to see where he's able to put his car, and non-influencer has to wait to create some gap. And well, the Haas was not on a hot lap, but he had to not take that bet. He had to move out. And Lean Zipper abandons his lap and decides to pit. He does not have enough time to go for another run. We saw Wolf Imperia starting his hot lap. Shubhkumar is on 86% DRS. He probably started his hot lap and then abandoned.
Sector 1.
Again in sector 7 or what? Yeah, but his sector 1 was slow, so he has abandoned it, and he does not have. It's going to be close for Shubhkumar. We will see if he is able to make it to the checkered flag or pass it. Well, we are on board Mohan now, and he is on his hot lap and 3 tenths off from the Shubhkumar, but he is improving on for his own lap there, which he set off 16.5. So it looks like Mohan is definitely going to keep that P2 for now. He's going to improve by good amount there, and you just have to keep calm and keep his head into the most important turns, that is turn 14 and 15. We saw purple sector 2 is what he got in his final hot lap right now, and he's going to be in the final couple of turns left and gets the apex right, and again, and he made the final turn. We'll have to see by what time he improves, whereas Wolf Imperia has managed to get ahead of Mohan by 0.06 seconds, and unfortunately Mohan does not improve. He did have sector 1 and 2 purple green there, but the sector 3 has lost him, and Godis Bacon is able to manage. That's a great time again by Godis Bacon, but who is far off him, and non-influencer into the 15s. Yes, that is the WDC fight that we were looking out for. And where is E-Dog? E-Dog, can we go on board E-Dog if we can? AQK is able to manage to put his McLaren in P5, and E-Dog has abandoned his hot lap, and he's not going to make it because the checkered flag is already out, and that is qualifying done for him, and that is qualifying done for tonight's race there. Shubhkumar with a blistering hot lap of 15.7, not influencer, getting into the 15s, gets the second position there, and the WTC fight is on. And Goris Bacon, well, out of nowhere gets that P3 away from Mohan. Mohan, who had set a great lap in his second hot lap, but unfortunately did not manage to improve in his final run, drops down to P6. Wolf Imperia in his final run got a good lap time, and he is able to come to P4. AQ key in P5. The gap is very less. If you see between P5 and P6 is just like 6,000ths of a second, and all of these drivers within the top 10 are separated by within point 310. So that was a very close qualifying, and we are waiting for the final driver who is in pits to retire, and there we see that the qualifying is completed.
I mean, what a lap from Shubh Kumar, and I feel like, you know, Not an Influencer did a really good job to only be like 2 tenths behind Shubh Kumar, and even good as Bacon. I think the top 3 did a really good job. Hopefully they have a good race start and, you know, can fight out for the win.
Yeah, well, of course, the setting a quali lap is one thing. That's just a one lap pace, and setting and you know, racing is another thing. The way strategy comes in play, where side by side racecraft comes in play, and of course, the driver's mentality of course comes in play. We just have to wait and see how the top 10 drivers are going to manage through the first sector, and hopefully it's not a chaotic start. Of course, that's what each of the driver are going to be hoping for, but it's the racecraft that's going to come in play right away.
And just
I
to
hope
comment
that,
on
you know,
that,
we don't have much
yeah,
different
go ahead,
crashes.
Sai, go ahead.
Nothing. I hope that we don't have, you know, a bit big crashes like last time around. I think in Monza. Oh wait, it's raining.
Oh, that's interesting. See, well, our weather was set to approximate. I'll tell you what, it was overcast, and I was I was pretty sure that the clouds were, you know, very tricky. And of course, our sessions are, you know, it's set to approximate. So whatever we had seen earlier is bound to change by something. So it was overcast, and now it is raining, and there's a chance the drivers might be caught off guard, but for the drivers, they do get the percentage of possibility of rain. So it's probably around 70, 75, 80. It could have been anything, and we do not know the percentage. So it shouldn't be, you know, that they should be shocked that it's raining right now, but well, let's see what kind of setups they had. By looks of qualifying, it had to be dry setup, guys. Don't tell me this is a bad setup now.
I mean, no one expected this rain every day. I mean, it's gonna, you know, make the whole grid up and down. You know, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of place changing in turn 1.
Of course, I'd say the rain percentage is available in the in game. So you just have to, you know, toggle weather, and you see the percentage, the possibility of rain. So it has to be above 70, and then only there's the rain. And you know, if the drivers have not checked that, if they have not checked that, then yeah, they are definitely caught off guard here, and that's probably why, you know, there were some good quality time difference. Maybe I'm saying is because Shubh Kumar has gone for the dry setup, and it's probably the other drivers have gone for the hybrid setup. I'm not going to say it's a wet setup, it's a hybrid setup, and probably with higher downforce and higher ride height.
I mean, that's a good point, because I mean, I feel like I think Shubh Kumar was another level. Maybe probably he was using the dry setup. I think the other guys, I think, would have seen that percentage of rain and probably done a hybrid setup like they did last weekend.
Yes. It's about 15 seconds of time left. They have to hurry in setting their strategy and making the final tweaks. Of course, the park form is off, so just few changes in tire pressure and front wing is possible. And yeah, that's time up for them. Waiting for the lights to be out in Tier 3 Imola race, which is currently raining out, and it's lights out. And away we go. Shubh Kumar is able to react to the start. The driver's moving on the inside with a great start, but Goris Bacon, he's already launched and got a P1 off from him. And slowly is right. My God, the chaos. Alfa Romeo spinning there. I think it was, well, People are going left and right. Two people have missed the turn. This Mercedes off track into the gravel, and it is safety car
And
out
that's a
already.
safety car, lads.
That is, I think that was Ritesh who we saw in the straight, guys. In the straight, he got TNF. That is, and that's not a great scene to be. But what a great restart by Godis Beacon. He was in P3 and got P1, but now he's down to P3 with a wing damage. It's yellow. It's yellow to orange damage that he has on his left wing, and that's not a good start. That was say slow is red, who also managed to go to P2, has no wings on him, and lean zipper, and the back of the grid is fine. And we saw Swagger Turbo, I believe, who was in the gravel, and now he does not have any wings. It was straight, and it was very weird to see the contact even before the braking happened. It looked like a lot of drivers were going for the outside very immediately, and it's probably that is the reason why the contact initiated. But there's a lot of wind damage. Even the Aston Martin in the P13 has some lime green damage. That's the Urchit of Aston Martin. And E-Dog is able to survive that chaos, but he is down to P14 there. Ace Scoop has managed to save his wings. And the problem in the wet race is you do not have to pit here. But if you get a wing damage, you're pretty much ruining your race. You're pretty much ruining, you're losing the positions. You're losing time. You're losing a lot of time here. And to pit in the first lap itself, that's like, losing everything that you have. And you can see all the people who have pit are already at the back of the grid.
I feel like, the Haas, I think Slowy Red got a brilliant start. I think it was up to P1 at, I think, on the straight. And then I think when the incident happened with Ritesh Sheb, I think there was a bit of mix up there, and I think he lost his whole wing, and now he's, I think, P16, which is a very bad first lap, I feel, for the Haas.
What I observed in that start is it looked like Shubkumar had a very bad reaction to the lights. And Alfa Romeo Wolf Imperia just cut through almost 3 or 4 cars, like just cut through and forced his way through. And after that, I think I just saw contact with the Red Bull and some other car, and then it was just contacts all over the place that we just couldn't keep track of. But yeah, quite a messy start. The field relatively seems to be kind of okay, but still it is a bit of a shuffle up top.
Indeed.
Yes. It's probably the wet race that they were not prepared for, because the braking is comparatively, you have to brake comparatively way before than you do. But there is no excuse for this, because they should have been prepared. But yeah, that was a chaotic start, and people have repaired their wing damage, and the grid for now is set. Not an influencer able to get the best out of the race start there from P4 to P1. Wolf Imperia, we did see him, cut across. He has also survived there, I would say. But yeah, he has on P2, and the McLaren it's looking good for McLaren as of now. For the constructors as well, because they are contending for WCC. They are on the top 3, and not a good side for the Mercedes, who is currently on P3 in WCC. Shubkumar able to, he was definitely slow to react that, because we saw good speak and just got the position off him within seconds as the race started there. And Mohan is able to keep that position. He gained and he lost some positions, but anyways, the wing damage, the wing are intact. That's the most important part, I will say. And Uday Agarwal is, I hope he does not have any damage on him, but yeah, he did qualify in the back of the grid, but he has gotten most out of it. Even Billy Bitcher has gotten some position. So these 3 cars were together, and they have just moved together. They have gained positions together. We see that Cody Speaking has lost 12 positions there. And Moo Point from P17 to he has gained 6 positions. It's a great start for Ferrari here. The qualifying was not good, but yeah, there's a great start for the Ferrari here. Both of them have almost gained like 6-7 positions, and it's probably looking forward to the end of the race. And we are not sure if the rain is going to beat in the end, because it's light rain. It's light as of now. It could change in either way because the clouds are not going to indicate any. It's not indicating anything. It can go towards full wet or as well as full dry. Well, we saw the notification that the safety car is going to be in this lap, and not an influencer is going to take the the lead for this pack, and he will be in charge of this restart. He is comparatively faster because he has to wait for the safety car to go. Can we have the in-game telemetry on Deepak? Yeah, thank you for that. We'll have some idea, and yeah, he has gone full throttle. The safety car is going in the pits, but no, he does not get any throttle. Wolf Impera is able to react, but AQK is not able to react. His position change. It's Shubh Kumar who is losing position. He is pinned into the wall near the pit lane, and he is losing every position that he has gained. Wolf Impera was able to react, but AQK was caught snoozing, and the McLaren not able to react to his own teammates start. We see two people going side by side into turn 3, 4, and Mr. Raut losing position because he got the sausage curve there. Slow is red able to get the position from Mr. Raut, and that was very close between Swagger Turbo and Mr. Raut. Almost lost his wing there. Swagger Turbo, but yeah, he's still intact, and he's gonna be careful while sending it down the inside, and was late to react to Mr. Raut's car positioning there. Mr. Raut so far is able to defend well, and we can see Swagger Turbo bit eager to get that position, and through goes Swagger Turbo because Mr. Raut has missed and gone wide off the track. And that is retirement on track. That is just before turn 7. That Shubh Kumar who has DNF, and I don't think we can get a view on that, but it's a bit awkward position. But again, the safety car is out. It's a safety car. It's a second safety car, and it's probably not going to do much. I don't think any of the drivers are going to pit, and it's
unless they're having damage.
Well, it looked clean in this start, but we'll have to see if people are. Not an influencer. Not an influencer has lost the position. We do not see.
Both of them are McLarens.
But it's not. We finally see the pit icon there. Finally, thank you, game. It was very late, but yeah. Oh, don't break the speedboat rule. It's gonna be very hard. Yeah, thank you. And the Red Bull is held off by. He has lost some time in hands. Oh, it's drying up. It's drying up. We are bit late to react to that. The Red Bull is on hards, and yes, we can finally notice that the rain has stopped, but the track has not dried up. I believe there's still some water on it, but if the track has dried. If the track has dried, then this is the perfect time for them to pit. But I think
we have the tire. What tires they are on?
I can still see some water on the track, but if we can have the tire data, we'll be able to know more. And yes, we see 4 people on the tire stint already.
I think both the McLarens and both the Red Bulls are.
That was a great strategy by the McLaren. Reacted very, very quickly, and well, they did not lose time or position. But we'll have to see where and when the front pack is going to pit. It looks like it's dry right now, and it's probably the transition period from wet to dry, but this is the best time for you to pit, and I'm not sure why the drivers have stayed back on inters.
I feel like it's slick times. I think the McLarens and the Red Bulls have done a really good job in taking the decision.
Everyone pitting. Everyone is going to pit. This is not the right time, and Ferrari decides to not pit.
Oh, no.
Decides to pit. Full traffic jam on pit lane. Oh yes, of course. A Swagger Turbo getting 5 seconds time penalty for hitting the slow red. Apparently, it was a severe collision. I hope he has not lost wings, because that's not a perfect time to lose or get wing damage, because your engineer is not going to repair it. You see a lot of drivers losing time because they have double stacked, and that's a great strategy / move by the McLarens. They decided to double pit, but this is just paying this has caught them off guard, and I'm not sure why the 14 drivers on track were unable to react to the safety car, because the safety car was out when they were in like sector 3, and they had ample time to change the strategy, and thus just paying them. Well, that Red Bull was wilding a bit. And talking about tire strategy, it's just Mighty Owl staying on those inters. We did see a lot of drivers having trouble, thoughts on pitting or not. We saw the move point almost cutting the pit lane entry there. And, well, it's just one driver who has not pit, and it's Mighty Owl who is leading the pack, who is going to take the charge for this safety car restart. We have to see how those inters are going to react.
I mean, I feel like Mateo, I think, didn't pit because of, I think, his teammate who was ahead of him. And I don't think that he wanted to, have a double stack in resort positions. But I think it has backfired to Mateo.
Yeah, well, if he's going to pit now, he's definitely going to come back on P15, because the pack has caught up. Everyone is has caught up to the safety car, and yes, the Sai is right. He has decided to pit now, and he breaks the safety. Oh, he breaks the speedboard. No, Mighty Owl, no.
I don't think he broke the speedboat, but I kind of think he was a bit over the limit.
I think he was 53 or something.
The limit is 80, so he
He was
looked
at 83
fine.
or something, I felt like.
Oh,
but
was it 83? Okay.
yeah.
And we see Swagger Tabu going to pits. Yes, he did have wing damage from the slow. He's going to replace the wings probably.
No, I think he's serving his 5 seconds penalty, which he got.
Yeah, he's serving the 5 seconds time penalty, and he is now on the back of the grid. He is using his fresh mediums apparently. So that looks like the rain is gone for good probably, and you're not sure if it can come back. It can definitely come back, I would say, because we do have 25 laps left, and it is still overcast. It's not like it's sunny out already, but yeah, let's see how the weather turns out.
I feel like the biggest loser among this whole race is Shubh Kumar, because if we have seen his pace in quali and in drives, he was very quick. I feel like he could have been up there fighting for that win.
Yeah, well, he definitely out-qualified every bit of opponent that he had tonight, and with a good amount, good margin also. I'm not sure what happened there at the race start for him, but well, that's sad for him tonight, and that's sad for him in back-to-back weeks. Even in Monza, he was able to not get good points. He ended up ruining his race from P1 to P6, and now he is not going to get any points this week. So it's a great week for not an influencer to get that maximum points, even for Good is Bacon to get a hefty lead from Shubh Kumar. And well, we got the notification that the safety car is going to be in this lap, and the race is going to resume again. Not an influencer has gone on the throttle. AQK is caught sleeping for the second time this race. Already of 1.5 second gap is created. Good as Bacon is very close to AQK, but he has not overtaken him yet because he had to wait till checkered flag. And Mohan is already Mohan has lost one position. Oh, it's a bit of contact, or he got the curb, but there is Mohan spinning, and it was the car of Uday Agarwal, and thankfully he is ghosted. Mighty Owl was very fit. The steering was weird from his side. He's probably warming the tires. I'm not sure what was going on there, but Archit is right now on P12. He also managed to get one position, and the pack is very close. Good as Bacon is right behind AQK. The pressure is on, and Wolf Imperia is already a second off from Good as Bacon. So we are going to have a look at the DRS difference. If the drivers who are within the DRS, because well, the DRS is going to be enabled after 2 laps, but the impact that the DRS can create here is just enormous, because it's a long straight, and of course there's just one DRS zone. It can just pull away all the driver. It can just pull you away from the driver behind.
Just
It
a
was a
comment
really
on
good
that
start
restart. I'm not sure if AKQ has actually got napping on because he was already making quite a gap to the leader. So is it some teamwork in play? And I'm actually quite confused if that was all good because it felt like there was quite a huge gap between the car ahead. So I think that should be a point of investigation if you ask me.
Indeed. I feel like I didn't think they both were doing teamwork because I feel like he was trying to create a gap. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I'd say this teamwork can come play if it's in the final few laps because at the start, if not an influencer has some 3-second time penalty, we see Mr. Raut going wide off the track again, probably for the third time tonight already, and it's just lap 9, and Mr. Raut has lost that position to Mighty Owl. That was close rejoin there, but Mighty Owl is happy that he has got that position from him, and Slow is Red is charging and he is able to make the move just before the turn 14. Slow is Red gets the position from Archit, and there is from Swagger Turbo there. Oh no,
I
think
trying to make it more Archit,
okay.
but Archit got the move back.
Got it back. Yeah.
Good fight.
That was a good fight. The exit was just not right for Slow is Red, but now the DRS is not enabled. He has to wait for another lap, and he's spamming. He has ERS right now already. He's down to 50%. He's trying to get that move done before the DRS is enabled, but that's a great car positioning by Archit, and gets the sausage curb and loses a bit of time. However, not enough to lose the position. And there is the exit difference between both of them, and Slow is Red did gain time, but again just not enough to get the position from him. And we can see the time is, the interval between the two cars is creating, the gap is forming up. It's already up to 3.2 seconds, and even Wolf Imperia is not able to improve. He has lost good second, losing traction there, but has managed to keep control of the car and is within the DRS of Wolf Imperia. The DRS should be enabled in this lap. That means the drivers are going to get it in the next lap. And that's a close bit of contact between Archit and Swagger. Swagger gets a position from Archit, who got the sausage curb at the turn 14, turn 15, and he is already up and going for the move for Slowy Red. Well, he needs the DRS definitely because he is already behind by 0.8 seconds. Oh, Jinan getting the sausage cup. I think the right eye of these drivers are comparatively less because you're not supposed to lose that much time. You can definitely mount those curbs, but it looked like they are losing a bit of time. It's probably the setup that they are having, or the traction that they're losing to in the exit turns. And we see the fastest lap, 119 flat from the soft tires. Interesting to see that Billy Butcher has gone for the softs there. And we see good is peaking, and he got the exit pit wrong and was wide. He's got to wait till all the drivers have
so many positions.
He has lost 6 positions, and I'll tell you what, those tires are hot, and it's gonna take some time to cool down. It's probably about 2 sectors at least, and he has to be careful in mounting those curves at least till 2 sectors, and that's gonna cost some more time. So that is good as bacon, losing P4 and already dropped down to P13, and that gives Mohan the P4. But that was very bit of close contact between Mr. Raut and Mighty Owl there. And the DRS is probably going to play here because Mr. Raut is going to have the DRS against the move point, and he decides to start spamming his DRS, and he has the good exit from the final turn, but just not enough, is it? Yeah, that's very close. Mr. Raut, that's a good contact. That just not gives enough room for move point there, but move point he was not able to react to Mr. Raut's turning as well, and just not enough room he could not have gone on the grapple, and probably a good decision that he did. But that's a position for Mr. Raut, and move point is already a second behind. Well, in this battle, I think it was Mighty Owl who has lost a bit more time because Point had to stop. Almost he stopped on the track, but yeah, even Mighty Owl was caught there.
I mean, there is a lot of battles around, after P4. But if you see at P1, not an influencer is already like 6 seconds ahead of his teammate. I don't know what's wrong with, AQ. Sorry, I'm not able to spell his name, man.
AQQ is what we can call him. Yeah, that gap is increasing second by second. Can we see the tire data? Let's find out on what tires the most of the drivers are on. Yes, it is medium, so they are on the same stint. It's not like they're on the faster, slower tire. It's the same stint, and it looks like not an influencer is able to pull away from all of the drivers there. And well, the contenders were Shubkumar and Good is Bacon, and we have seen both of them where they are right now, because Good is Bacon is right now on the hearts. He is cruising, he is making his way up, but it's definitely going to take some time for him, whereas Shubkumar is out of the race, so not much competition for not an influencer as of now. Of course, the strategy can come in play when we have safety car in later stages where it's a free pit stop for Good is Bacon or something like that. Well, right now we see Good is Bacon trying to get the position from Uday Agarwal, who is also on hearts, and he's going to get the DRS right now, and we should see him go past by comfortably, but well, let's see if it is comfortable or not. That's a good exit. Yeah, that was a good exit from Good is Bacon, but the oversteer that he got, he had to just manage that. However, the position is done just bit with a assist from the ERS. He has got that position, and we see Ace's Scoop leaving the session. Has lost.
And I think even Wolf Imperia has left the session.
Wolf Imperia has left the session just before Ace's Scoop. So there are there are two cars ghosted right now. Wolf Imperia has lost the position to Mohan, and as well as Lean Seeper. They're able to get the most out of the disconnected car of Wolf Imperia, and he is losing positions again. And right now Mohan is in the podium position. AQK is losing more time per lap to not an influencer. Mohan is also away, but the problem is the Lean Sipper's car that is slowly red, losing traction, and manages to rejoin safely, loses 2 positions, probably about a second or two in total time lost, and E-Dog has made his way up to P7 right now. Well, we definitely have to keep an eye on E-Dog, because he is definitely going to get the position from Wolf Imperia quite comfortably, because he has the ERS and the Wolf Imperia's car is disconnected. So E-Dog moves to P6. Lean Sipper, who is in the DRS range of Mohan, is probably gonna look to get the position. Probably next lap, he does have enough ERS to get the position, to get the move done. And the tire advantage is also going to play impact.
As we see, slower red overtaking his ghosted teammate, Access Scoop. I hope these two ghosted cars, I think Wolf Imperia and Access Scoop, can join back fast before they lose, many more positions.
Yeah, I think one of them had rejoined, and that's the Red Bull going into the wall. That's Mohan, who we were just talking about, in a good position. P3 has spun, and I'm not sure if it was reset to track, but he is back on track, and there is the ghosted car of Ace Scoop overtaking Mohan. Mohan is down to P10. He is lucky that he does not have any wing damage, but it was very close to the wall. That's going to cost him. That has already costed him some good amount of positions. He is on hards. He cannot think of going for mediums right now, so he has to stick on these hot tires. He has to cool them before getting to the turn 4. He does have the DRS, and well, we are on board Chinan, who has managed to keep his calm throughout the race. He did get it was a decent qualifying for him, but now he is up to P4, and his strategy is definitely working out well for right now. He's within the pack, within everyone out there, and he can, hopefully he just has to, maintain, keep control of the car. And just as we see, he went into the grass. I think it was a glitch, but yeah, he is in control of his car right now.
I got scared when the Aston Martin went there.
Well, that was very weird to see him just go way wide off track, because it did not look like he was steering towards there. But well, anyways, he is able to keep the gap. He's able to manage that gap, and he just has to get a better exit, which he has gotten. And into the final turn, if he just gets the DRS, if Jinan is able to manage to get the DRS, he should be getting that position from Lean Zipper. We saw yellow flags in Sector 3. It's probably Mr. Rao who has spun at turn 7. Slow is red, going bit wide off the track. Probably got a warning for that, and is already behind Swagger Turbo to get the move. Both of them are on the medium tires there, and Swagger has to fight for it, and he chooses to go inside, pushing slowly on the wide of the track, and both of them making the turn 4. I wouldn't say comfortably, because there was contact, but Slow is ready to get the position off him. It was a good move, and it could have been probably better, but yeah, that was a good racecraft.
A really good overtake, I think, after a long time, side by side battle going into turn 1, 2, and 3. That was a good battle.
Yeah, it could have been worse. So yeah, it was good. And Jinan is right now happy to be behind Lean Zipper, getting into the DRS. Well, he has to aim to get a better exit in the final turn there, and we know that the tire wear here in the rear is always dominating. It's always a critical one, and yeah, the tires are already in the orange zone. It's probably around 45% in the lap 11, and the pit window is can be extended to Lean Zipper decides to pit just as we were talking about that, and that gives Jinan a slingshot right now, because he had the DRS, and he can just rush away from the pack, whereas that leaves E-Dog stranding by, and he does not have any DRS to give, whereas Wolf Imperia is the one capitalizing from his car ahead. So E-Dog cannot focus on attacking, whereas he has to be looking after his tires, because it's also in orange, and it's comparatively more orange than what Slowy Red had. The Wolf Imperia, the tire wear is at least 3 to 5% more than, so he has to be careful. I think he can definitely think of pitting right now for Haas, because it's just 14 laps left, and we see yellow flag. It's Ferrari. It's a move point who has lost position to Mighty Owl, because he is spun and he does not have any front wing. Is there a contact? Because he was on the track. I'm not sure if he had a contact with any of one of them, because well, that part of the track was wide and we cannot see his front wing.
I think these guys, everyone is starting to pit now. I think they'll probably go to another set of mediums.
Yeah,
they have a new set of mediums.
Yeah, well, they can definitely actually go for mediums if they have. Drivers do get 2 mediums, so they do not have to go for hard. That's a great point that you have put forward. They do not have to think of going for hards. And ERS is on while making the turn. Ace is scoop. That's a bit critical. Please turn it off. You're going into the turn. That he continues. I'm not sure if he's aware that
ERS is on. There is ERS.
Oh, that was very critical. If he had mounted any of the curb, it was for sure this car would have instant spin there. But lucky that he is still holding that P7 and right behind Archit, who has managed to get a good hold of this race so far. And of course, the drivers can start to think they're probably waiting for the safety car, because they do not have to pit right now, and they can keep they can definitely keep the hards for about a couple of laps more. So they're probably gonna wait, and we see Red Bull fighting for that position. Good is taken, fighting for the championship position. Mohan is fighting for the position that he had started with, and both of them have to communicate who is going to well, either back
Get
out or
ahead.
something. But yeah, good is Bacon is, well, they are side by side. Nobody has decided to back out. They are side by side into the turn two right now, and none of them want to back out with the Red Bull versus Red Bull. Mohan. Able to manage to get the turn. That good as Bacon is not done yet, and he goes around the outside to get that position from Mohan. Well, the fight is not over yet, but yes, Mohan is able to get the position back from him. Into the turn seven we go. More good as Bacon thought of sending it in the down the inside. That Mohan was able to position his car really well. That's great fight between, but I'm not sure if there should have been any fight between the two
I
Red
don't
Bull
think
drivers.
Helmet Marco will be happy about it.
P6. Well, that P6, that was great to see there.
That was really good battle between the both the Red Bulls. As we see, both of them, I think they're on hard.
Yes, both of them are on hard, and in the Mohan is going to get some advantage finally because he's going to get the DRS from the ghosted car of Ace's Poop, and the battle should be fair this time because Goodis Bacon is already right behind Mohan's car. It's all about the final turn, who gets the better exit there, and the dirty air from the Ace Scoop's car who goes into the pits is not going to help Good as Bacon because Mohan has started spamming his ERS, and he's definitely going to keep a hold of the position for this lap. And Good as Bacon has to wait at least for one more lap before he is able to attack. Well, now comes the challenging part for Mohan because he does not have the DRS, and he has about 2 sectors to get Good as Bacon out of his DRS range. We are on board Jinan, who has made his pit stop and is on the fresh mediums again. He is holding good position, but it all depends if the drivers ahead of him are going to pit or not. If they are people with hards, I don't find any reason for them to pit. They can simply, just finish on hards, of course. And of course, the safety car is the other factor that is going to come in play. And we, just as we say, this yellow flag in sector 2 and 3, but we are on Good as Bacon, who is very close to Mohan, who is keeping the pressure on. Both of them battling has given enough time for Archit, and the gap has been the interval was increased, and again Good as Bacon looking for the better exit in the final turn, and he gets it. Archit gets a move, whereas Archit gets a move off Swagger Turbo there. Swagger Turbo and down to P5. I'm not sure if it's pit lane or not, but Good as Bacon has gotten the position from Mohan quite comfortably, and is down the inside, and the move is done into the turn 2, 3, 4. You see the ghosted car of Uday. I'm not sure if it was Uday there. He is on P5 there, and well, that was the DRS advantage for Good as Bacon, and Mohan is already no, he is losing time, and he's already down by 0.9 seconds. He cannot afford to be within out of his DRS zone. Mohan has to capitalize on whatever ERS he has. He has to get back into the DRS detection of Good as Bacon, and he just has about 1 sector left. They're on board Slowy Red, who is battling E-Dog. E-Dog, bit of understeer there. I'm not sure if he has wing damage or something, because that looked little weird that he's going slow on the apex. Yeah, he's definitely going slow, and Slowy Red is going to send it down the inside, and he gets the move done. But E-Dog surprisingly does not have any damage, but he was very slow at those turns. Probably that he has a straight line setup, I'm not sure, and he wasn't just able to move his car.
I feel we are talking about all the people down from P2 to P12, but if you look at not an influencer, he's already created 26 seconds of gap to P2. I mean, he can pit now and come back and still be on the lead, which is quite incredible, I feel.
But the question is, does he have to pit? Can we go on the tire data to find out whether or not he has to pit? Yes, he does.
Yes,
he has to
indeed.
pit.
I think he might.
He has to
thinking
pit.
to go to the soft tires, probably.
He has to pit, and that is going to create I think that's going to create the. Oh, actually, the top 5 have to pit, and so we have to see not an influencer versus AQK, and just as we see,
and not an
not an influencer has pit in, but we have to compare him with AQK because all of these guys have to pit, and a couple of people getting penalties there,
and he's gone on to softs.
and he decided to go on softs with about 8 laps to go. I think it's manageable, certainly, but the final few laps are going to be crucial. Of course, he's got to lose some pace there, and Archit's race
gets a 5-second penalty.
5-second time penalty, which is definitely going to cost him positions because he is going to come out close to a lot of drivers who is going to be within that 5-second gap. And Goodis, Bacon, and Mohan have to decide who is going to pit first. It's probably in the hands of Goodis, Bacon right now. He can extend probably for a lap, and he has to decide. I'm not sure if he. Well, yeah, he certainly has to pit. I don't think the Hearts can go on for 27 laps. That is the total race for the Hearts. The three-way battle for P6. Lean Sipper, Jinan, and Wolf Imperia. Jinan looking get the position in the turn 7 itself, and we can certainly see that he's definitely getting the better exit, at least from the car ahead, that of Lean Sipper. So we'll just have to wait at what time Jinan is going to send it and get the position. And yellow flags in sector 2 and 3.
Oh, that's a McLaren.
It's a McLaren and Ferrari, I believe, but they both are moving, so it's all fine now. The yellow flags have gone, and we're back into racing. Not an influencer out ahead of Goodis, Bacon, a comfortable lead for now with about 3 seconds, and he's definitely gonna gain more time on those fresh hards. Goodis, Bacon decides to pit. Mohan has to stay out because both of them were very close, and he would have lost time if he had pit along with him. And we see, Gina. Well, Goodis, Bacon is losing position. He goes on soft because he is in pits right now, and multiple drivers thinking to go for softs. It's probably not a bad choice, but it is the final lap that come into play, and Gina's car was wilding a bit for a few turns, and Wolf Imperial looking at it. He has to get his opportunity right. He get his timing right to when to send it, and positioning from Jinan was perfect to block Wolf Imperia there, and is probably has to wait till the DRS one.
I think these guys are, battling it out very well, and I'm really happy that they are improved their racecraft from
Just as you say, that's the Haas going out of the track is probably collided with the wall that is slowly red down to P10 already. So I got about getting the position from him. It looked like he did touch the wall, but lucky that he has no wing damage. And just as I was saying that the battle was going good, slowly red getting 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner, though his race goes from bad to worse. But yeah, until that point, it was a 4-way battle for P5 that it was, which is now P4. Lean Sipper, Jinan, Wolf Imperia, the 3 cars that is left in the battle for the P4. Jinan keeping calm, and we see yellow flag in sector 3, but I think it's
Slowy red again.
It's slowy red again. The tire temperature is killing him, and Wolf Imperia getting the 3-second time penalty. Who is in the battle for P4 right now, just behind Jinan, and that is going to cost him some time for sure. But Jinan that's a good sight for Jinan to know that the driver behind him has 3 seconds, so he can definitely calm down. But again, he has to get the position from Lean Sipper, who is not in the DRS zone. Jinan probably has to, stack some ERS to get the move done. Both of them are almost on the same percentage ERS, and Jinan has to just, stack about 40% ERS, and then if he is able to spam everything in one sector, it should be good for him. And we saw the Ferrari, I believe, that is move point. Yeah, move point giving way because he is blue flag till P7 as of now. And yeah, Jinan is on move on the roll for Lean Zipper, but runs out of track, and the DRS zone ends. We are already into turn 2, 3, 4. Gets the sausage curve, loses a bit of time, so Lean Zipper is able to hold the position for another lap, and well, if he is not able to make another mistake, and Wolf Imperia is almost out of the DRS zone of Jinan there. Oh, Jinan bit eager to send it down the inside there, but if he had gone outside, and there was room for switch back, but well, however, Jinan's car positioning was decent there, and we see yellow flag in sector 2. That is the turn 7. It was Archit who probably had spun or lost control. Good is Bacon not getting better exit. Uday Agarwal on the move on the charge to get the position from Good is Bacon, who was decent in this race until that incident happened, and he had lost the position from P4 to well, where he is right now, that is P10.
I feel these guys on this software, I think they should be catching the guys in mediums, but I think the medium runners are doing really well to keep the soft guys behind them.
Yeah, well, it should have been the case, like you've said, but it's just not. And we can see one prime example, that is Lean Zipper is able to hold the car of Jinan and Wolf Imperia. Well, Wolf Imperia does not have the advantage because Jinan and Wolf Imperia himself have the DRS advantage, whereas Lean Zipper did not have for the last 5 laps, and he is able to keep Jinan behind him. And we see the battle for P9 between Archit, Uday, and Good is Bacon. Good is Bacon finally joining the fight there, and not far behind is Ace Scoop again in the DRS zone itself. Coming to the spicy battle that was going in for 5 laps, well, we have yellow flags in sector 2. That is Uday Agarwal probably losing some time, and fight for P4 again. The Lean Zipper, Jinan, and Wolf Imperia. These guys are fighting since about more than 5 laps is what I can remember. All of them are exhausting their ERS, but the thing is, they are losing time. They are going far from the P3 position, that is of AQK in the McLaren, and AQK is comfortably cruising because there is a 3-way battle going behind him, and that's just a plus point for him right now.
I feel like AQK should try and catch Mohan, who is on 24 lap old hearts. I mean, those hearts I'm sure are very cooked by now.
Yes, definitely. Once he gets in the DRS zone, the pressure is going to be mounted with just 3 laps to go. Just 3 laps to go. AQK is running out of time. He has 3 laps, and he has to gain about 0.7 seconds to be within the DRS. And again, to make the move, he is definitely going to rely on the DRS that is available in sector 1 only. The gap is between Jinan and Wolf Imperia is pretty much stable. It all comes down to the final turn, who gets a better exit, and then only they can think of start spamming the ERS. And by looks like it, Lean Zipper is able to get better exits in pretty much all the corners so far, and he just has to keep it for probably for a few more turns, and then Jinan should be out of his DRS. But the most crucial point to be noticed here is Wolf Imperia has 8 seconds time
8
penalty.
seconds of penalty.
So yeah, he is going to drop down by at least by 2 positions there, and that makes Jinan is probably not worried about his car, but he also does not want to be overtaken by Wolf Imperia, because that is just going to slow down his car as well from getting Lean Zipper. And speaking of which, Jinan is very close to him. It's about just 2/10 the difference between them, and if he's able to keep this gap throughout this turn, he's probably gonna get the move done in the final lap. But the most important thing, he has to conserve his ERS for the final overtake, that is possibly only with the DRS advantage. He can that it didn't look like it hit him, but he was ghosted and Mohan did lose some time there. AQK is already on the back of Mohan. The hard tires, the pressure mounting up on him. Mohan certainly has some decent amount of ERS that I can confirm because his lights are not flashing, but the tires are red. Oh, it's down to 24 percentage. So he's going to start spamming, but the move is already done. AQK has AQK has the DRS and the fresher tires there, and Mohan has dropped down to P3 for now. But with just one lap to go, and Lean Zipper is about 5 seconds away from him. Mohan just has to keep his car on track, and he should be safe home. The three-way battle not helping Lean Zipper there, or else he could have been very close to Mohan at this point.
I mean, as of now, I think Mohan has to just bring it home, cruise it, and get that P3. I think, which is a really good, decent, result. Consider that he has done only one stop and went on for Hards for like 28 laps, which is a good result. P3.
Well, yeah, he definitely deserves to get the most points from the strategy that he has chosen. He has gone, but it's a out of the box strategy because none of these drivers were able to pull out. They did go on medium, which again is a decent. Gina losing time is not an ideal thing because we are into the final lap as not an influencer has crossed the checkered flag. So that means the final lap has started. Yeah, the final lap has started.
Checkered flag, it's just the final lap.
Yes, so the final lap has started, and this is the final chance for Gina to get the position from P4, get the position from Lean Zipper, and Lean Zipper knows that Gina is going to be charging down around the outside, and he managed to see that and put his car in appropriate position with a 30% ERS in Lean Zipper's bank. He is looking comfortable to hold that position off from Jinan, who had the advantage of DRS for quite a few laps, but was not able to find the perfect opportunity or make the move done.
I think Lean Zipper has managed the ERS really well. Jinan and Wolfing area, with less than 5% of ERS. I think a really good race from Lean Zipper.
Yeah, and he did not have the DRS there, so yeah. And Archit had spun just about now in the set at the end of turn 7, and he loses the position to Uday Agarwal. And we have our winner, not an influencer, getting the checkered flag, wins the Imola Grand Prix. Great qualifying there by him, and great race from the McLaren driver. And the ghosted car, was it? No, it is the AKK, his teammate, getting the P2. The McLaren getting the front row. Mohan had a great strategy there. Managed to get the podium, the final podium spot, and Lean Zipper getting P4. Great defending by him, at least for 7 laps is what we had seen. Gina, unfortunately, not able to get the position despite the DRS advantage. However, his race was very good considering the qualifying that he had. He was able to manage to captivate whatever he had, and Jinan gets to P5. E-Dog had a bit of sketchy race, a bit of damage, bit of incidents that caused him to go back of the grid. Somehow managed to get P6. Swagger Turbo as well, the same story. We saw him serve the 5-second time penalty. Was caught in the pit lane traffic and got the 5-second penalty. He was able to get P7. Some points for Mercedes. Shub Kumar was unable to get any because he got DNF in the early stage of the race itself. But that's a great points on board for the McLaren there for this weekend.
Well, I mean, they kept their calm, and I didn't think qualifying is all that matters. I feel like you should have that racecraft and that race pace to manage your tires, ERS, and I think both the McLarens, finishing P1 and 2 is a really good job from them this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. AQT was also able to hold the drivers for influences there, but again, he did not lose the position, any of it. And there was a great qualifying from both the McLarens, and of course, able to get it across the line, getting the maximum points for the team, for the constructors. and we're just catching the race results for now, and of course, waiting for the drivers to join in for the podium interviews. Yeah, well, all the race results have been captured, and it is time for the podium interviews. Can we go on the podium interview screen, Deepak? Yes, thank you. Well, let's start off with Mohan. Mohan, congratulations on the podium race there. Great strategy there. It was completely different from anyone out there, making the hearts stick from the enters from the safety car that had came out just around the try period of time, and uh, that was a great result. Can you talk us through your race?
Yeah, I mean, I was forced into that more or less. I didn't have another fresh pair of soft to change into, and I saw that it's most likely not going to be anything higher than a P10 if I pit once more. So we're just going for it. In the end, I think it was around 75, 78% of wear on one of the tires. So just happy to make it through.
Yeah, well, congratulations on keeping the car steady on the track despite having the tire wear that we saw. Can you share the tire wear that you had at the end of the race?
Yeah. Can do that. I hope that I have the clips, but yes.
Okay, well, of course, did see that there was a battle between the two Red Bulls. So, can you tell us what was going down out there? It was probably around lap 24, is what we had seen. It was between you and Goddess Bacon.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, he is the reserve driver, so I had to go for it. But also, I saw that he might be on the same strategy, but I don't know why he picked. So I was expecting him to also try to pull it through to the end. So in that case, it could have been a battle for P2. But yeah, looks like he quit and turned out to be the wrong call, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. That was a great strategy from you again. Congratulations on getting that podium, and hoping to see these consistent results in the races up ahead.
Thanks. Thank you.
Anything you have to ask, Sai? Questions that you have for Mohan?
No, man, yeah, it's done a really good job. Congrats, more for P3 and a really good strategy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, we move on to our second position, the P2, that is AQG, aka Rahul Kapoor, is what we have on Discord here. Sai, do you want to take him?
Sure. Congrats, Rahul, for P2. I think it was a really good, race for McLaren. Talk us through your race, please.
Hi. It was a perfect strategy, I guess, what me and Influencer played. We waited for the right time to get into medium and the second safety car. And I thought my only competitor right now for taking the podium was Good as Bacon, to be very honest. He's quite fast. But once I saw he pitted for hard, I knew it. He will finish the race in the hard and his tires will get finished in the end. But I guess in the end, it was a nice team game. The McLaren played and we secured the P1, P2.
Well, you have
Well, I
mentioned
mean, it
that the
was an
play.
interesting, strategy with both of the McLarens. ABD, any questions?
Yeah, well, he did mention the team play, so I do have questions related to that. We did have two safety cars, that is in the lap one itself, and now again in lap five, lap six. We did see that the gap, there was some gap created at the race restart itself. So, was that some kind of strategy, or were you caught off guard with the influencers race restart?
No, not really. In fact, I did say bad, nasty words to him because he just started off and he caught me sleeping. I was
Okay.
breathing and I was relaxing and he just went off. And I told him before that whenever you're going in, let me know. I want to be in your DRS. and he just started off, and I fell behind, and then I could never catch him.
Well, anyways, the results are in your favor. That was a great
Yeah,
points and for your team as well. Congratulations on P2, and we are
thanks.
definitely hoping to see you again for the next week.
Thank you.
Well, we finally move on to our winner for tonight for the Imola Grand Prix Tier 3 and Round 7. Congratulations, not an influencer. What a great race throughout. You did not give anyone chance to think. At least after the lap 5, you did not give anyone a chance to even think of getting that P1 back. Talk us through your race.
Good race. It was really a good race. Amazing teamwork, done between me and Rahul Kapoor. So yeah, I mean, at the end, I was struggling. I thought of going to the mediums first, but then I switched to softs because I knew that I had a long enough gap to cruise at the end, and it was good. Although I do miss Shubh Kumar, I do miss Destroyer Drag of Hair. I do miss good is big, and he's really good. Like these guys are very good drivers. And congrats to Rahul and Mohan also for the podium.
Yeah, well, again, I'm gonna put the team play question again for you. We have something from Rahul Kapoor about the race restarts. So can you give your point of view on that?
So I did put the thought out there towards the end when the safety car was going in, but he was not up for it, and which was good. But then I just paced away, and it was a long enough gap, so I sort of got a little, I would say, hungry at the end to just create that gap and go away. So I didn't slow down. Yeah, that was not. It was in legal bounds, is what I think of it. but
Definitely.
still a good result for our team, and great work from Rahul Kapoor too.
Yeah, well, final question from my side. Tell me about the qualifying that you had. Well, you did set a good qualifying, but if you're comparing to Shubh Kumar, what Shubh Kumar had done, what were your thoughts on the qualifying session?
Unbelievable, Ashok. Unbelievable. Like he was too fast. I was not gonna push so hard at the end because Imola is not one of my strong suits. But the sort of lap times he's putting on board in qualifying is really good, and I'm looking forward to more competition ahead.
Yeah, good spirit from you. Sai, do you have any questions for influencer?
Now you took away my last question about the qualifying, but well done. Not an influencer. Really good drive. I think even the quali as well as the race. Really well done. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that win. Great points for McLaren. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight for the Tier 3 race. But wait up, we are not done yet because there is action for you guys tomorrow as well as we move on to Tier 2 at 2:30 p.m. again for the round 7 Imola. And don't miss don't miss out on the fastest drivers racing here. Fastest Indian drivers racing here, and for the Tier 1 race that is going to be at 8 o'clock. So, and of course, you can be a part of this league racing. You have to join our Discord server and sign up for this league racing. And do visit our website for more information. You can definitely see the description under this video. Thank you guys for staying tonight. This was ABD28. With me co-commentating today was Sai Tarun, and our streamer tonight was Deepakraj